Hello, my name is Alison Wright and I'm honoured to be invited to celebrate the life of June Mary Barton, your mother, grandmother and auntie. Just a few months ago, you, her closest family, mourned the passing of June and celebrated her life at a moving ceremony at which her large and extended family, friends and colleagues gathered, as befitted the contributions she made to society, her wide friendships and cherished family connections. Today is a quieter affair, an opportunity for you, her nearest and dearest, to come together and more quietly and finally farewell June. I would like to take a moment to deeply thank both Sue and Alan, her two children, for sharing your stories of June with me so that I can better help you farewell June. I understand that just with the 12 of us here today, it is a very intimate affair, and I would like to take the time to share the small stories that Sue and Alan have shared with me. We have already spoken and heard at June's funeral of the marvellous contributions she has made in the world of botany. But today we remember the small things, the grazed knees that she mopped with mercurochrome, the cool flannels that she placed on small hot brows, the wise words to Sue, her daughter, as she went into labour with Georgina, the ridiculously beautiful way she would dress just to go to the local shops. For Sue and Alan, both of your parents have now passed, and you are truly the elders of this family. You have shared with me some truly beautiful stories that are so telling about your mum's love and devotion to you and to your children. Despite being the first woman to graduate from the University of WA with a botany degree, and subsequently being such a profoundly important person in the world of botany, there was never a school event that your mother missed. And indeed, she was very present in your grandchildren's life, your children's life, her grandchildren's lives. There was that time that she was the chauffeur for your children's school ball, the surprise chauffeur, no less, thrilling them by arriving in a full black ball gown in her vintage Mercedes to transport the beautiful grandchildren in all of their finery to their ball. June was a hands-on mother right the way through. Now, as you are adults and parents yourself, you know what it took for her to balance work and family. But the thing about June was that while she was doing it, no one noticed because it was seamless. She was so graceful and so hardworking. And now we can lay her to rest finally with you, her dearest and closest family. You can, without the hubbub of the world looking on, quietly say your farewells. Today we are standing on the ridge of the Mount Barron National Park, a very special place for you all and a very appropriate place to scatter June's ashes. This is the place that you all spent 6 weeks every summer enjoying family time, the children being a bit wild, June in her element with her family and her beloved wildflowers. In fact, if we look just to our left, there is the grevillea that has been named after June in honour of her contributions to the botanical knowledge of this area. Georgina, As the eldest grandchild, would you please come and read a poem by one of June's favourite poets, Judith Wright? And the poem is called Woman to Child. So it is appropriate that you, as the eldest grandchild and the young woman of the family, read this poem. Thank you, Georgina. Georgina reads, You, who were the darkness, warmed my flesh, where out of darkness rose the seed. Then all a world I made in me, all the world you hear and see, hung upon my dreaming blood. There moved the multitudinous stars, and coloured birds and fishes moved. There swam the sliding continents. All time lay rolled in me, and sense and love that knew not its beloved. O node and focus of the world, I hold you deep within that well. You shall escape and not escape. That mirrors still your sleeping shape, that nurtures still your crescent cell. I wither and you break from me, yet though you dance in living light, I am the earth, I am the root, I am the stem that fed the fruit, the link that joins you to the night. Georgina goes. Thank you, Georgina. It was a very moving reading. Normally we would play some music, but according to the family's wishes, your wishes, we are simply going to listen to, as Sue calls it, the not silence. We are going to listen for the sound of the thrushes. We are going to listen for the ocean meeting the land, the wind moving from the valley up to this ridge, the insects chirping, the marsupials rustling. Now is your time to quietly bid your dear June farewell, to reflect on what she has meant to you. May I now ask Sue and Alan to come forward and to scatter the ashes across the ridge. As Sue and Alan scatter the ashes, let us ponder. As the ashes float upon the air, we remember that though our physical presence changes and evolves, our spirit flies. Our memories, though as light as air, as ephemeral as the seeds that wait within the flower heads around us. June is deeply embedded in our hearts. Her seed is within us, and the memories we share will always bring her blossoming back to life for all of us. I invite you all just to take a moment to hold each other's hands and gaze upon the horizon, to be here in this landscape that June loved so much. Thank you all again for allowing me the honour to be part of today's ceremony. Please take as long as you need here. Afternoon tea has been prepared and will be available back at the chalet when you're ready. Thank you again.